Hey guys, welcome back to Free Car Repair. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today guys will be super helpful video to any of you having a Honda Civic that generation between year 2016 and year 2021. If you have one of those, you need to find where the fuel pump fuses are located. You may have up to 3 fuses that you need to check. Make sure to stay tuned in. We're going to explain that, where you can buy cheap fuses from, why it's important to test fuses and relays. That way you don't waste time and money. All that will be covered in that video for your convenience, guys. Make sure you stay till the end. Before we start, guys, let me tell you a little bit about us. On this channel you will be able to find, guys, a video for every fuse on your Honda Civic, guys, if you have that generation from year 2016 to year 2021. Why we make these videos? To save you time and money. Let's say you're down the road, you need a fuel pump fuse, because without that fuse practically the car will not be running if it's blown. You can just search for it and find it instantly and know which fuse to check, because even in the manual, okay, the fuses are under different names that could be really hard to diagnose. Now, another thing, guys, we're constantly working on things, taking engines apart, transmissions, fixing cars, and we have 3 channels that we have more than 1.1 million subscribers altogether on these channels, guys, that we daily put content that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs as well. So let's go ahead, explain now where you can find all the fuses. Another thing now here, guys, okay, you will have different kind of fuses on your Honda Civic, guys. Some of those could be really hard to find. Okay, we're talking about some multi-block fuses right here. Those could be really expensive, hard to find, impossible to find in small towns or in the middle of nowhere. Relays can be overpriced as well. So we'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get practically all the fuses and relays at a really good price and quick shipping as well. That way you don't waste your money, guys. So let's go ahead, start on it and explain about the fuses now. So the fuel pump fuse, we're going to start, guys, okay, by demonstrating on a 2017 Honda Civic. You have 2 fuse boxes. We're going to open the fuse box that's inside the vehicle, guys, okay, and inside the vehicle, under the dash on the driver's side, if you look upside down practically, you're going to see a fuse box that looks like that. That's the first fuse box that we need. This is your OBD port. This is the black thing, is the dash. We took a picture so we can zoom in a little bit and show you clearly. Now, before we continue, let's explain why it's important to test fuses and relays. That way you don't waste time and money. So let me explain why it's super important, guys, to test fuses. Fuses, not often you can see if they're burnt or they're good. Sometimes they may seem perfectly fine, you think it's a good fuse, you put it back in, and you end up spending money and time on parts and problems that do not exist, guys, when all you had to do, test your fuse, find out it's bad, replace it, fix your problem. So we will have a video how to test a fuse, okay, different kinds of fuses, and how to test relays, guys. We're going to put the link in the description of the video below, specifically to that video. Please check it out. The fuse that we'll need to check here for the fuel pump, guys, will need to come in that left row right here. From left to right you have number 1, then number 13. Even if you have an empty spot, empty fuse, you still count that number. We need to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 20 amp fuse will need to be checked right here. You need to check that 20 amp fuse. You have another fuse box now that's actually under the hood on your Honda Civic, guys. We're talking about that fuse box right there in the corner. If you open that fuse box, you're going to see, guys, okay, a fuse box layout, okay, just like that, with the diagram and everything else. Now let's explain here, okay, which fuse exactly you need to check, because it could be a little bit confusing. 2 fuses will need to be checked here for a fuel pump, guys, okay, in your case, and we're going to come, okay, right there in that fuse box, okay, over here. We'll need to check fuse number 7 first. So 1, 2, 3, that third fuse, guys, okay, that's number 7, and fuse number 8. So these 2 fuses will need to be checked right here, okay, for the fuel pump. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time.